Hey everybody, how y'all doing? For those that don't know, my name is Roger, and some people call me Rajtaj because that's my nickname. And what I record this video for, I want to talk about friends. Lately, I've been thinking a whole lot about what are friends exactly, and just from traveling around the country, I've encountered so much like friends who are there for each other no matter what, seeing the best of friends, seeing some friends get in arguments over something petty, and friends who just some friends call themselves friends, but they don't care about each other. They just, oh, he has this or he has that. Oh, he popular. I don't talk to him. Stuff like that, and it twisted my whole mindset about what friends are at the time. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, what is the true meaning of friendship? Like, what is it? Like, because come from personal experience, dating back like 7 years ago, I was lonely as heck. I never had any friends at all. Like, I kind of feel like at the time I didn't need any friends. Now it was, well, 7 years ago, I was just becoming a teenager then. I feel like I didn't need any friends. But when I finally realized it, I'm like, no way, this is like, I gotta have a friend. At least one friend, if not enough, like more. So now I have a lot of friends. I have friends that always have my back no matter what, because I did the same for them in the times of need. And others, they were just there. Don't really consider them friends. I would normally consider them to be like accomplices or whatever. Not like true friends or best friends and stuff like that. So I finally figured out, like, in my opinion, what are friends. So I want to read to you guys, well, my opinion of what friends are. Friends are people we meet in our everyday lives. At times, they keep us from doing things we're supposed to do. At other times, they help us when it comes to a situation at school, giving advice on something important, and even protecting you in times of danger. Friends are there for us when we need them the very most. And knowing that, do we know that they may be going through something life-changing or traumatizing at this very moment? Most likely we don't. We would never know unless they tell us themselves. Friends are imperfect human beings just like us. They have their weaknesses and they have their flaws too. The real question is, as their friend or best friend, how can we help them out? To me, it's all about listening to their life story. They may gone through something like extremely traumatic during their life. I mean, it's definitely true. I mean, I don't have like any like photos and stuff like that. I'm not gonna show nothing like that. But I had friends who like went through hell pretty much, and they just want to like just give up. And I talked to them like, listen, I understand your pain, but eventually the pain will fade. If you can get yourself out of this world now, that's one thing you won't get back. You only have one life. You gotta keep it. Live as long as you can. Live life right. No matter what happens, the weather is bad, good, bad, or ugly. Don't don't take yourself out over this one thing. I understand it could be like extremely traumatic or extremely difficult to the point you just want to like, ugh, I don't want to be here anymore. But no, that's not the case. That shouldn't be the case. Somewhere in your mind or somewhere in your heart is saying, okay, I understand. What am I doing here? I can't. No, I'm not going to do that. I have to live. So I'm gonna go into the second part here. If you have friends with like low self-esteem, which I know I do, I have some friends with low self-esteem. I used to have low self-esteem when I was younger. So having a friend with low self-esteem may seem quite unusual to most people. But if you're a true friend to them, you would recognize their value as a person, and you would help them bring it out. I have 5 things that I consider extremely helpful in having friends and keeping friends too, and possibly making friends too. That's motivation, kindness, time, conversation, and trust. I find all of them extremely helpful. The first one is for motivation. I motivate my friends because I consider it to be a sign of encouragement if they're feeling depressed or down. Mainly, if you're going through something bad, that's like the first thing. As a best friend, that's like your instinct. You find out what's going on with them. They're not doing so well. You want to find out what's the deal, what's up, you okay? Just check in and see what's up. I show kindness to them because I understand what they're going through. Personally, that's like 95% of the time. I understand what they're going through because I've been through so much stuff when I was younger. I've been through so much back in 2013. 2013 was like, whoa, like eye-opening. But personally, it depends on what it is. If I don't understand like their pain or whatnot, like depending on what it is, if I don't understand, I'll at least try to like be there for them. Just doing my duty as a friend or a best friend. Next, I like spending time with them. There's no doubt, spending time with them is a great and essential way to help get over or heal any mental illness that they may have suffered in some kind of time of their life. Time is ongoing. You can't take it back. You wish you could in some situations. You wish you could take it back, but you just can't. Time is like it's flowing. It's ongoing. It doesn't never stop. So spending time is a big deal in forming powerful friendships. See, what next thing here is engaging in conversation. I engage with conversation with my friends all the time because it's part of communication, naturally. Communication is a big factor in maintaining friendships and making friends in the first place. It's a simple way to talk to them and have them share their feelings and thoughts about seriously intense stuff. Communication, big deal, a really big deal. All it takes is a hi. Just say hi, and you could change that person's life forever for all you know. You never know. There's 2 letters, hi, 5 letters, hello, talking Spanish, 4 letters, hola, and like everything will change, like just like that. Last thing is trust. Trust is really important when it comes to helping out a friend, because without trust, how can you be able to help them realize their true value if they don't trust you in the first place? Without trust, obviously they're not going to tell you what's wrong with them if you ask them a personal question if they don't trust you anyway. I mean, no offense to some people out there, but from what I just told you guys, it's basically common sense. You don't trust, just don't trust in a friendship, and you ask them something personal, you should be expecting like, oh, okay, they're not going to tell me, so I'm not going to ask them that. It relates back to the time. It takes time to build friendships and relationships anyway. Same thing for trust. Trust and time goes hand in hand. It takes trust. It's like no personal things that they want to share with you. Time is of the essence. It's like super important. So that's like mainly the 5 things I like, in my opinion, super helpful. So personally, I find that friends are invaluable people that we all should love and care about with all our hearts and souls. Helping them discover and acknowledge their true value as a person, and it should make them feel good, just as well as yourself too. When it really comes right down to it, you realize just how much of a good friend you have. They also realize they have a true friend in need, a true friend they could turn to in case something horrible happens. Realizing their true value as a person gives them hope, happiness, encouragement, as well as confidence. So it's going to be all smiles for them and all smiles for you too. You as their best friend have the power to change their life immensely for the very better. So in my opinion, that's kind of like how I recognize, how I think friends are. It's more like a valuable thing. Like what I just read, friends are like very invaluable people. Because there are a lot of friends you just can't replace, Like you've been through so much together. It's not even funny. It's indescribable. The friendship that you guys form is one that's going to stand the test of time itself. 50 years later, y'all still the best of friends. Y'all still hang out and everything. And I find it's a beautiful thing. So I understand there's some people out there who having a hard time making friends. I understand because I've been through that road 1,000 times. And word of advice is don't give up. That's all. Just be open-minded, All it takes is just a simple hi. Hi. Other person say hi. Start the conversation and see where it leads to. So, no,